Think poetry, ladies and gentlemen. Logical hypothesis. I'm telling you, man, if you use common sense, you'll tell they are lying. Math don't lie, y'all. I don't know what they're doing, but math will tell you if they're lying what they said. Welcome to the cabaret of math language. Today's battle is the undisputed, unified, universal champion, the noun, versus the number one contender to the undisputed, unified, universal crown, the adjective. So let's find out what the difference is between real and relative. Real is the noun. Relative describes the real noun by his adjective accent. Math is a-like noun. Like a-like, always acute, like always right. It's the noun, top, numerator. Mathematics is the other adjective, distant relative to the noun and the numerator. They call them denominator, meaning down, under. Math is acute, like real. Mathematics is relative and a formulated equation that gets solution. Well, all these words need assistance, like adjectives, to be the numerator or the noun of the sentence. Formula has ingredients, that's assistance, as well as equations which needed assistance. It's not the real answer, people, or the real dancer. It's a de facto answer. Example, 3.14 is an infinite pi equation. So if it's not solved, people, it's just a solution to a problem, not the answer or the real dancer. That's what mathematics will always be, a distant relative to the noun. Math is most acute. Every time the math, say it's perfect time to show his math presence. The real noun, people, versus the relative adjective. My point I'm making here by accurate description and accurate definition in this narrative that they give us, people. And I'm talking about them nomenclatures. You know, and for you not listeners or you really just don't know the meaning versus the relative definition, those are the people who name every damn thing in our economic. Eco means everything. Nomics mean law, mechanics, money. Our economic system, from disease to naming the damn disease, from the lexicon that they created. However, the most acute terms are hidden in the language, all grouped in a symmetrical overstanding by the men of them nomenclature sciences. You can't spend 300 million, people. Let's do 101 economics. You can't spend 300 million unless you never had it in the first damn place because of this thing they call fractional interest on currency. You understand? Let's rewind to 93. Interest on 300 million varied. 4.16% on a 1-year approved rate mortgage to 8.12%. Now do the math with the poet. You can basically spend 10 million a month and it would take decades to spend that 300 million because of the recurrent interest. So even if you lived extremely reckless, you understand, and death doesn't happen in these decades, you'll have a comfortable something for your latter days. So the noun's real math told the poet either the purse was adjusted from the beginning or the nigga never had it. I'm talking about the 300 million because he still would have a substantial amount left even if he lived reckless. Let's see how hard it is, people, to spend 300 million. Let's break it down to the smallest amount in relative terms, you know, that me and you can count. 1% of 300 million is 3 million, so that's $100,000 a day in a 30-day month. You understand? That's $69 a minute. People, I understand the poet, but the interest rate was still 4.16% and 8.12%. So we can do the math at 7.9%. People, the interest is on the basic number that it made interest. So even if you spend 7, you're going to get 790 to 1542 right back on it. That's left. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't spend $7 or more, the interest would be on the bigger number. So if it would be very difficult, people, to spend that large amount of a sum. I mean, if you had $300 a day and you gave away 10, you still got $290 left, people. But put it on the millions at 4.16%, 8.12%. I'm telling you, man, it will be impossible to spend it. I'm telling you, man. Woo. People, this whole thing is crazy. Because if you do the math, man, you can tell they lying, people. Because even if you spent it crazy, man, involuntary, it will go right back. Like a lizard or a reptilian, man. You can't spend 300 million. Unless you bought something for 300 million. I promise you, man, people, man. You say, oh, man, he bought $1 million watch, dog. You got $300, you give your daughter $5. You got $295 left, but you got to understand, you about to get that right back. And these are millions, man. You don't spend millions like people, they lying. They said Magic Johnson bought the LA Dodgers for $500 million cash. You have to read the statements. Cash. The man ain't even made that in his life. People, they lying. He's the face. It's all agenda, people, but I know you won't believe me, so just listen to the poetry. Peace, Creationbey.